All right, so I am actually working on this, but yet again, it's been just so many days of fantastic weather for this time of year that the afternoons I'm like, okay, I've got to go outside in the front porch and read. Um, anyways, and I finally, I'm gonna say, if you ever want to actually read, I recommend this book or this version. It's by, hopefully you can see that. Um, by Ballantine Press. But anyways, it's a really good version, at least I think, of Sun-Tzu. And I've been reading, I mean, a ton of it. And I've just today finally got to the actual teachings of Sun-Tzu. The intro was just fantastic. It was difficult for me to put it down. And I mean, it's over 90 pages or something. And but it's dense, so it would take me time to read, but it was spectacular. Anyways, when I was reading the last passage, well, the first bit of Sun Tzu's teachings, um, oh my God, did this ever hammer home with the Gorlice Tarnow scenario? And I thought, oh my God, the Germans seem to have taken a page completely from Sun Tzu's book. Um, and I'm just going to say, if you ever feel delusional or grandiose and want to you basically take on a good scenario where you think you can, try against Sun Tzu. I think pick the Russians against the Germans in this scenario because, well, here, I'll read the little bit or actually look it on the book because it's just like, to me, I'm like, okay, that sounds like the Germans. You can see that. So, which ruler has the way? Tao. So that's basically is everybody on the same page with the with what you want to do, the intentions and the rulers. And I mean, I'm going to say this is that they had a lot of talk beforehand, got the German dream team in place, and even set up some kind of crazy weird command structure with the Austro-Hungarians. But I mean, it was everything. It was like nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The Germans are really in control. Then we go, which commander has the greater ability? Well, I just talked about the bloody dream team. Which side has the advantages of climate and terrain? Yet again, the Germans seem to have clued in. They waited until spring was over and the first part of the muddy season and all that stuff. So the ground was a lot easier to deal with for them, as well as already you can see Ken has, as the German, so he's, as far as I'm concerned, taking a page out of that book, going for areas that's going to be difficult for me to, the Russians to, there's a lot of open terrain there. So, okay, the Russians fall back, but they fall back a significant distance. It's not just going to be a hex here and a hex there. Yeah, I've got to put another marker up there, and those are some spots. You can see those little push pins is where the Germans, under the direction of Ken, have been nailing. And yet again, it's a lot of open spot. Some woods here, but I'm worried about, you can see what I'm saying. Anyways, it looks, yet again, what I'm saying is that they seem to be taking a page out of Sun Tzu. And then I'll get back to this here. We can see it. So, which army follows regulations and obeys orders more strictly? Well, from the command structure and everything that I've been reading about, as well as the fact that, mostly the Russian soldiers were basically peasants. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but it's also, good and bad. How's that? Which army has superior strength? Yet again, and also from reading and watching that lecture there that I yesterday, when the guy was talking about just the sheer velocity of artillery by the time World War I came in, that they could lower the trajectory angle so much to overcome gravity that they could basically obliterate everything that was above ground. I was like, holy smokes. And that's what the Germans clued into. It was like, well, the only way we can get rid of these entrenched positions basically is to obliterate everything there with like just a massive amount of artillery. And trust me, the Germans in Ken have got a lot of artillery mounted in the proper spots. Whose officers and men are better trained? Yet again, like I've said, it's doesn't take a a genius to figure that one out. And which side is more strict and impartial in meting out rewards and punishments? I'm not too sure about that as well. But anyways, it just, to me, seems like the Germans for this scenario are certainly, lockstep with Sun Tzu. So if you ever want to, take a good challenge, go for that one there. Anyways, that's it. Off we go.